Hello class 5. I am Upasna ma'am and welcome to the maths class. I hope all of you are doing well and you are following the materials properly. You are doing your homework, and in case if you have any doubt, you are free to contact me via your class teacher. So in the last class we had already started factors and multiples, and we did till prime factorization. And today we are going to continue with the same chapter, factors and multiples. So today our topic is HCF. HCF means highest common factor or greatest common factor, GCD. Same thing but different name, HCF or GCD. So we will learn different methods of finding out the HCF or GCD one by one, and I'll check example from your exercise. So we'll follow exercise 19. So first method of finding HCF is by factorization method. So as you can see, question number 1D, find the HCF of 8, 20 and 32. Now first we need to find out the factors of 8. This is by the method, using method factorization method. So first we have to find out the factors of each of these numbers. So for 8 we need to find out the factors. So 8 we know, 1 into 8 we get 8, 2 into 4 we get 8. So factors of 8 will be 1, 2, 4 and 8. Okay, for 20. So again 1 into 20, 2 into 10, 4 into 5 we get 20. So the factors of 20 will be this 1, 2, 4, 5, 10 and 20. Okay. So I'm writing the factors in order. Next, 32. In the same way we need to find out the factors for 32, which we will get as 1, 2, 4, 8, 16 and 32. Okay. Now we need to find out the common factors. Common factors means the factors which will be available in all the numbers. So for 8, 20, 32, the factors will be common. So we can see the common factors are, in case of 8 we can see there is 1. So 1 will be common. Next we can see 2. 2 is also common in all the three numbers. Here 2, 2, 2. Again 4 is common. It's there in 8, 20 and 32. And 8, 5, 10, 20, these are not common. For 8 is only available in the case of 8. And it's not available for 20 and 32. In this way, rest of the numbers are not common. So the common factors of 8, 20 and 32 is 1, 2 and 4. Now from these common factors we need to take the largest of the common factors. Means the largest number out of all the common factors. So that is 4. Out of 1, 2 and 4, 4 is the largest number. So 4 is the HCF of 8, 20 and 32. So by using factorization methods, first step will be to find out the factors of the given numbers. Then we need to find out the common factors, and finally the largest of the common factor will be the HCF. Clear? Next method will be by prime factorization method. So the given numbers are 168 and 216. So we need to find out it using prime factorization method. So first 168. Now 2 is the divisor here. So if we divide 168 by 2, we will get 84. Right? We need to divide it with prime factors. Again 84 will be divided by 2, we get 42. Right? Again 42 is divided by 2, we get 21. Again this 21 is divided by 3, we get 7. and 7 again divided by 7, we get 1. Similarly for 216, first 216 is being divided by 2, then we get 108, then again with this 2 we get 54. So the divisor, the number with which we are dividing, will be written on this side and the quotient will be written on this portion, and we need to continue this process. We have to keep on dividing till we get 1. Okay. Now for HCF, product of all common factors of 168 and 216. So we need to find out the product of all common factors. So common factors are, here you can see, in case of 168, there is 2, there is 2. So 1, 2 is common. So we get 1, 2. Again, next one, 2, 2. So we get another 2. Here is 2, here is 2. So we get another 2. Right? 3, 3. 3. But in case of 7, there is no 7. There is 3. So it's not common. We need to find out the numbers or factors which are common in both the numbers, or in as many numbers given, we need to find out the common factors. Then we have to multiply those common factors. So 2 into 2 into 2 into 3, we get 24. So HCF of 168 and 216 is equal to 24. Next, 144, 180 and 252. So in the last sum we did HCF for 2 numbers. Here we will be doing with 3 numbers. So in the same way, for 144 we have to keep on dividing with prime numbers until and unless we get 1. Okay, so first 144 is divided by this 2 and the quotient has been written here. Again 72 divided by this 2, the quotient in the next line. Okay, in this way we have to find out the factors for 144, 180 and 252. Now we need to find out the common factors. So as you can see, for 144 the factors are 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. Similarly for 180 we get the factors, and for 252 we have our factors. Now we need to find out the common factors. So common factors, here you can see for all the 3 numbers, this 2 is common. Again this 2 common, right? Again here is 2 for 144, but there is no 2 in 180 or 252. But we have got this 3, 3, 3. So this is again one common 3 we have got. Again there is another 3, there is another 3 and 3 for 252. So again we have got this common. So 2 into 2, 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. Right? But 5 and 7 are not common because these numbers are not available for all the 3 numbers. So we need to multiply all the common factors and we get 36 as our HCF. Clear? Now next method, by common division method. Now how to use this common division method? See, the process that we were following for the prime factorization method separately for each number, that we will follow here, but for all the 3 numbers, for all the numbers given together. Okay, like in this case 42, 70 and 112, we need to find out the HCF using common division method. So by 2 we can see that 42 is being divided and we get the quotient 21. Dividing 70 by 2 we get 35, and when 112 is being divided by 2 we get 56. Again these 3 numbers can be divided with 7 and we get 358. Alright, but you can see that 358, there is no number which can divide these 3 numbers. So we will stop here. So HCF will be product of the divisor. So here divisor is 2 and 7. Right, 2 and 7 are is our divisor, so we need to multiply that. So 2 into 7 equal to 14. Clear? Now by division method. Division method will be like normal division. So 605 and 935. So we will divide 935 by 605. So the larger number will be divided by the smaller number. So we are following the same thing. So 605 one times we get 605. So after subtracting we get 330. Now 330 is a remainder. Now with this remainder, this divisor, okay, will be now divided by the remainder. Am I clear? At the beginning we had 605 as our divisor. Now this divisor will be divided by the remainder. This is the process of division method. Now 1 times 330 we get 330. So the remainder comes to 275. Again we have to follow this. This divisor will be divided here by this remainder 275. We get 55 as our remainder. Again this remainder will divide this previous divisor 275, and we can say see that it is completely divisible. So this final divisor will be our HCF. So we have to continue this process of common division till we get our final answer, till we get this cross or 0, or till it is completely divisible. So the last divisor will be our HCF. So this is our HCF 55. Now with 3 numbers, how to find out the HCF using division method for 3 numbers. So for 3 numbers, first we need to find out the HCF of any 2 numbers, and with the HCF that we will get for these 2 numbers, we need to find out again, second time we need to find out HCF with the previous HCF and the left number, okay, or third number. So in this case we can see that 902, 1394 and 3321. These are the 3 numbers. So I have selected these first 2 numbers for our HCF. So first we have to find out the HCF of these first 2 numbers. So we'll divide this. So we will keep on dividing the previous divisor with the remainder till it's completely divisible, and we finally get 82 as our answer. Okay. Now with this 82 is the HCF for 902 and 1394. Now with this HCF we need to, and the third number, that is 3321, we have to find the HCF again. So with the HCF and the third number, so now the HCF of 82 and 3321. So the same process will be done here also. So 3321 divided by 82, we get remainder 41, and with this remainder 82 will be divided and it's cancelled out. So this is fully divisible 2 times. So this 41 will be our final answer. I hope I'm clear to you. Next we will be doing least common multiple, that is LCM. So we did HCF, now LCM. And one thing I would like to say to all of you, that don't try to do the entire video, entire material on a single day. Don't do that. Take out your time every day, sit with your maths and do a part of it. So for example, one day you did this HCF wala exercise, and the next day you do your LCM. So in this way the load, you won't feel the load, and it will be easier for you. Okay, so least common multiple, LCM. So from your exercise 20 we'll be doing this LCM using different method. So first one will be by prime factorization method. The process will be same as we did in case of HCF. So three numbers are given, 36, 54, 81. We need to find out, we need to continue this division process. It is 36 can be divided by 2 and we get the quotient 18, and similarly till we get 1. So we have to follow this process for all the three numbers. Next, LCM. Now how to find out this LCM? Here LCM will be product of common prime factors occurring maximum number of times. Okay, occurring maximum number of times means first we need to find out the common factors, okay, and then we need to find out its product, but product of which prime factors which occurs maximum number of times. For example, 2, if we see 2, if we first check with 2, here for 36 there is 2, for 54 there is 2, but for 81 there is no 2, only there is 3, right? So 2 cannot be our common factor, but here you can see for 36 there is 3 twice, for 54 we have 3 thrice, and for 81 we get 3 4 times. So 3 is common for all the numbers, so it's a common prime factor, and the maximum number of times that this common factor occurred is 4 times. So we will take this prime factors 4 times. So as you can see, here twice, here thrice, here 4 times. So we will be taking this common prime factor 4 times, that is 3 into 3 into 3 into 3, and we finally get 81 as our answer. Clear? First we will find out the prime factors, then we need to find out the common prime factors, that is common means which will be available for all the three numbers, and out of this common prime factor we need to see the factor which occur maximum time, and then we have to find out the product of such prime factors, and we will get our LCM. Clear? Next, LCM by shortcut method or short division method. So how to proceed with that? So the numbers given are 42 and 17, as you can see. So 42 and 70 both will be divided by 2, so we did 21 and 35, and again 21 and 35 can be divided by 7, and we get the quotient 3 and 5. 3 and 5 is not divisible by any prime factor, it cannot be further be divided. So for LCM, product of divisor and undivided number. Divisor means this. I hope you are clear with which part of division is called divisor. So if you are doing this, so this is called divisor. Divisor. Okay. This part is called dividend. This is quotient, and this part is remainder. Okay. So this is divisor. The number which gets divided is the dividend, and the number which divides another number, that is divisor. Clear? Now in this case we need to find out the product of divisor and undivided number. So in this case the divisor is 2 and 7, and undivided number is 3 and 5. So we need to multiply all these numbers, so both divisor and undivided number. In case of HCF it was only the divisor, but in case of LCM it will be divisor and undivided numbers. So 2 into 7 into 3 into 5, we get this 210 as our answer. Next we have 64, 72, 96, 108. So same way we will be proceeding with this question. So as you can see, all these numbers are can be divided by 2, so we get this quotient. So we will be taking the prime numbers which can divide at least, or which can divide at least 2 numbers. So at least 2 numbers should be divisible by the divisor that we select. Okay, if it's less than 2 numbers, like for example here we have 32, 36, 48 and 54. We cannot take a prime number which doesn't divide at least 2 numbers out of this 4. Okay, if it divides only one number, then we cannot take that number, or we have to stop there. But if it divides 2 numbers, then we can continue. So here again in the next step, all these 4 numbers is divided by 2 and we get this figures, this quotient, and again 2 divides them. Here you can say that 16, 18 and 24 will be divisible by 2, but 27 won't be divisible. So 27 in next step it will remain as it is. Next again 2 divides 8 and 12. 9 and 27 is not divisible. So at least 2 numbers are being divisible, so we'll continue with that. In the next step again 2 divides 2 numbers. Next step, here 2 divides only 2. So only one number will be divisible by 2. So we cannot take 2. So we'll continue with 3, because 3 divides here 3 numbers. So we get our answer. So finally 2 and 3. We cannot carry on with our division any farther, because we don't have any prime number that can divide at least 2 of these numbers. So we have to take the both the divisor and undivided number, means these are the undivided numbers, these are undivided numbers, and these are divisor. So we need to find out the product of all these numbers. So if we multiply all these numbers, we'll get 1728 as our answer. Similarly, for the next sum also, 102, 136, 170. So all these 3 numbers are divisible by 2 and we get a quotient like this. Next step, 17 can divide all these 3 numbers, we get this. Now 3, 4, 5 cannot be further divided. So our LCM will be 2 into 17 into 3 into 4 into 5, and finally we get 204 as our answer. Now we need to know few things, that HCF of 2 number is 1. Then those numbers are co-primes. Co-primes are what? We have already discussed that. Co-primes are such numbers or such pair of numbers whose common factors is only 1 and nothing else. So their common factor will be only 1 and no other factors will be common. So such kind of pairs means 2 numbers. If for 2 numbers their common factor is only 1, then those 2 numbers will be termed as co-primes. And HCF of any co-primes will always be 1. Okay. Next, LCM of 2 co-prime numbers equal to product of the numbers, means for example 2 and 3. Okay, 2, for 2 we have our factors as 1 and 2, right? For 3 we have our factors 1 and 3 and nothing else. So here common factor is only 1 and 1. So 1 is the common factor. Therefore we can say that 2 and 3 are the co-primes. And if we try to find out the co-prime, LCM of this co-prime, that will be equal to their product, means 2 into 3 we get 6. So 6 will be the LCM of the co-primes. Okay, and HCF for co-primes will be always 1 and LCM will be product of the numbers. Next, product of 2 given numbers is equal to product of their LCM and HCF. Means suppose 2 numbers are given. Okay, any 2 numbers are given. If we multiply those 2 numbers, that figure, the result will be equal to the product of their HCF and LCM. So we need to find out the HCF first, then we need to find out the LCM, and the product, if we multiply both HCF and LCM of those two numbers, that will be equal to their product. Okay, means if we have two numbers, that is first number into second number, will be equal to the answer that we get by multiplying these two numbers will always be equal to their HCF into LCM. Clear? So from this formula we can say that LCM is equal to first number into second number or product of the given numbers divided by HCF, right? So first number into second number, we need to find out the LCM. So HCF on the right hand side of equal to HCF is in the multiplication, right? If we change the place, means change side of the equal to, then it will be division, right? The signs or the operation gets changed when we change the side. Okay, so HCF when it is being changed, so before change it was in multiplication, so after change it will be in division. So first number into second number or product of the given numbers divided by HCF, we will get LCM. So if in question the product of two numbers are given or any two numbers are given and HCF is given and asked for LCM, then you have to apply this formula, right? Next, find HCF and LCM. So we need to find out both HCF and LCM. So by applying the division method, we can find out the HCF and we get 46 as our HCF. Now for LCM, we know the formula, that product of the two numbers divided by HCF. So applying that, first number was 161 into 207 divided by 23. So if we cancel this, 23 into 9 we know 207. So 161 into 9 we get 1449. So 1449 will be our LCM. Next, the HCF of two numbers is 30 and their LCM is 2310. If one of the number is 210, find the other. Means HCF is given, LCM is given. One of the number is given, we need to find out the other number. So we know the formula that the product of two numbers or first number into second number will be equal to HCF into LCM. So we can say that here in the first step, second number or you can say other number, okay? We need to find out the second number. So HCF into LCM, here first number was in multiplication. So if we change the side, it will be in division. So HCF into LCM divided by the first number. So we can say 30. HCF given is 30 and LCM given is 2310. Divided by one of the number, that is 210, we get 330. Right? So the other number will be 330. 330 will be our final answer. Next sum, the product of two numbers is 3750 and their LCM is 150. So product is given, means they multiply by multiplying the two numbers we get some answer, get some result. So that product is been given and the LCM is given. We need to find out the HCF. We know the formula that LCM equal to first number or second number, or you can say product of the given number, same thing, divided by HCF. So if we change, we need to find out the HCF, so we have to change its place. So HCF in the first step, it was in division. So if we change side, it will be in multiplication. So from division it went up here. So product of these two numbers by LCM. So product is already given 3750 and LCM is 150. So if we cancel out, we get this 25. Okay, 150 into 25 we get 3750. So our final answer or HCF will be 25. I hope I am clear to all of you. In case of any difficulty, feel free to contact me via your class teacher, and kindly go through the video properly. Listen to the instructions that are being given in the video. It may be at the beginning, it may be in the middle, or it may be at the end of the video. So listen to the video properly, That will help to clear most of your doubt. Okay, so your homework will be exercise 1920, and from exercise 21 your homework will be question number 1 to 5, means the remaining sums. Okay, so take your time, do your work, finish your work before the next class, and keep yourself updated. So stay safe, stay healthy, and goodbye.